Hey, good morning. Welcome to Donuts with Diffit. I'm Matt. I'm the community lead at Diffit for Teachers, and I wanted to create this program to invite you to pour a warm cup of coffee or tea, grab a snack, and join me as I browse through some of the resources that teachers have used Diffit to create this week. But first things first. Cup of coffee, good fuel for lesson planning. I'm gonna take a nice big bite of my chocolate donut. Oh, let me know what kind of donut you're snacking on in the comments. And I think we're ready to go. All right, let's see what we got this week. Starting off with a resource on natural resources. Important. We've got a reading, vocab. I like this. Chunked reading and a check for understanding almost immediately. Connection to real life. Look at this. Life cycle of a smartphone. What materials make up the phones that we use? What is the resource type? Where do they come from? What's going to be this impact? Wow. And an exit ticket. What a cool, even just as an introduction to natural resources, what they are, where they come from. But I think that I'm super excited about this idea of like this thing that we're all familiar with. Cool. This is awesome. I'm going to save this to my library. I could totally get into this. Moving on, we've got an Olympic resource. Honestly, teachers, you generated a ton of resources this week about the Olympics. We love it. We love a connection to current events. If you taught about the Olympics this week, leave me a note in the comments, maybe even link your Diffit packet that you created. I would love to take a look at yours too. This looks like it's about Olympic legends. I love this question. What makes an athlete the greatest of all time? Students would think that is maybe funny, probably cringe if you made this, sorry to say it. An athlete comparison matrix. Select 3 athletes and use the data provided to compare their achievements. Nice. Okay, so we're working on comparison skills and argumentative writing. Okay, dope. I think this would be a ton of fun to have students, who's the GOAT of the Olympics, and actually have an in-class debate about this. What would you do as an extension to activity? I would love to know. Leave me a comment, let me know. Next one. All right, the title of this is The Science of Straighter Smiles, Braces and Retainers. And we've got an orthodontist for a day activity. Hold on. I love this. Okay, I wonder, this has got to be like a health sciences, CTE class at the high school level or something. How interesting. We've got another Winter Games resource. This one is History, Sports, and the Road to 2026. What a fun title. Cold weather competition. We love an LLM generated title. Fast facts. That's kind of fun. I could totally see this as just like, let's learn more about the Olympics. I think that's always appropriate. Like, why not? Persuasive writing. I dig this. Vote on the next city to host the Winter Games. 3 specific factors and justify why these factors are essential for a successful event. That's awesome. I wonder, make these changes. Add a proposal activity, including budgeting, planning, and marketing. Let's see what happens. While Diffit Chat's working, that's when we take a donut break. Okay, added a pitch, proposal table. Let's find it. Where did it go? The pitch, component, budgeting, logistics, marketing, sustainability, strategy and details. I dig it. And then you have your personal reflection. We could build this out. Fun. I would totally do this. We have a couple weeks left? 1 week left? I don't know how long the Olympics last, but somebody do this. Let me know how it goes. Send me a message. I would love to know. Next up. All right. Wait. The essay sandwich. Introduction, paragraph, conclusion. And then you always get the kid who's like, what about a wrap? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Not the thing right now. We have a mentor text. Who doesn't love a story about an axolotl? Notice and wonder. Love it. Essay graphic organizer. We've got some sentence starters. This is awesome for I love these little diagrams. Okay, this is clearly scaffolded for students to really, maybe this is their first time seeing this. Maybe this is 3rd, 4th grade. We're working on this. We're building out paragraph structure. We're really thinking about using evidence and reasoning. I love this. And the final thought, the mic drop. Why not? Oh, and we have a whole drafting. Wow. Choose your topic. Best superpower. Why recess is important. My favorite season. The heart of the story. Wrapping it up. Done. Exit ticket. Look at that. This probably took a minute. Okay. Next up. Excuse me. Okay. Conflict resolution. What to do when someone hits. Oh no. Oh, I wonder if. Okay. Sam got hit playing tag. What a wonderful story to help students reflect on a thing that happens. And we have a conflict resolution action plan. Whoever created this, you're on it. You're a good teacher. What a fantastic way to use an edtech tool to support students' social emotional learning, to story tell, to help give students a really concrete understanding of like what conflict is and what resolution looks like, and to give students clear tools and action plans for dealing, you know, when even when an accident happens. Nice work. Cheers. Have a bite of your donut. This was awesome. Next up, mastering mixed numbers, adding and subtracting with regrouping. Look at that. We got a reference guide. We're decomposing. We've got a really fantastic pizza pie graphic situation. Look at these fractions. Step by step. Decompose. Subtracting. Borrowing. Sorry, I'm just shouting words. I'm excited about this. I love this. You know, it takes us through the strategy, right? I think this could be a really great resource to send home with students, but it's obviously something awesome to work on in class together. This is great pedagogy. Boom. That's our whole lesson. We start with large group instruction or review. We give you some guided practice, and then we're into independent quick practice. Here's my question. Is there an exit ticket? Math Center error analysis. Really? Okay. So we're not just learning how to do the math. We actually also have to figure out what happened when someone did the math wrong. I would use that as an exit ticket. Really cool. Okay. Last one. Poetry techniques. We love the station rotation around here. Here's the thing. All right, station number 1, haiku in nature. Love it. 575. Count the syllables. Nature syllable sort. What a fun activity. The scrambled haiku. These are games for the students to play in their stations. And a final challenge. Limerick launchpad. Yes, please. A limerick is a short, silly poem. Love it. Use the rhyme bank. Write your own limerick. Take a screenshot of this and write a limerick for me, please. Drop it in the comments. I would love to see it. Oh, so we've got different like kinds of poems at these stations, and we're gonna rotate around. Oh, I love this. Choose 3 words from the sensory bin to include in a 5 to 10 line free verse poem. What a great idea. This is a fun classroom. Here, hold on. It's February. When's poetry month? April. I love this. And there's a student poetry passport. What is happening? This was a great one to end on. I love this. Hey, you all made some really fantastic Diffit resources this week. This was super fun for me to browse through and check these out. I love the creativity. I love the ways that you are differentiating and serving students in awesome ways, getting them engaged, getting them moving around, getting them learning in ways that are going to be optimal for them. If this was fun for you or helpful, please subscribe. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what was helpful. If you try any of this stuff in your classroom, I would love to hear from you. And I can't wait to do this again in a week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.